Hey everybody, it's Lego My Jenga here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Ewok Village, and I must say it's a pretty great privilege to have this set here today for you to review. First off, I want to thank my little brother for getting this set for Christmas and allowing me to review it, and I also have to say I apologize if you notice any imperfections because of that. Not to be mean or anything, but that could have happened. So I apologize if you notice anything wrong with the set, but I'm pretty sure everything is where it is and where it needs to be. So, yeah, like I said, Ewok Village, pretty cool. This is set 10236, and then it's ages 12 and up. It has 1,990 pieces, and it prices $250 in the U.S. $249.99, which is $250. Yeah, so this is a huge deal, this set right here, and $250, what's up with that? Doesn't look that big, huh? Well, that's because of the minifigures, and technically Lego sets have kind of a standard for 14 cents per piece, and if we went by that standard, this set would be around $270. So basically we're good with that, and yes, this set looks small, but it has a lot of minifigures. I think it has almost as many minifigures as the Death Star. So yeah, let's just jump into those and let's review them. So first off here we have Logray, which is basically, he's the tribal leader of the Ewoks, and he's one of the first Ewoks that you actually see in the movie Episode 6. He's got a pretty cool staff here. It's made out of like a stick and one of those pieces that looks like a lightsaber piece, but it isn't. And yeah, he's pretty cool. The Ewoks are getting so much more detailed now. And he has his own entire mold. And if you're wondering what the mold is, basically, it's this. And this is stiff plastic, not the bendy kind that we've seen on people like Kit Fisto. But yeah, great back detailing, and it looks really nice. It couldn't get any better of a replica of Logray. Next off here we have Chief Chirpa, and he is pretty simple. He's gray, and I'm sure you have all seen him in Episode 6. And he has a simple hood with some strap detailing, and a pretty cool staff here. And once again, Lego couldn't have gotten any more accurate with this figure, and it's pretty much perfect. And I must say they did a great job with using pieces, actually conserving and finding pieces that they've had. Like this is like a flower piece, I think. And I mean, they did a really good job finding the correct pieces for these staffs. And that's about it for Chief Chirpa. Next off here, we have Teebo, and I don't remember him, but I'm sure he's in the movie, and he is probably the coolest of all these Ewoks. He has some really great detailing on the head there, with this, I guess, animal-type pelt thing going on, and a lot of detail back here on the head, and he has a simple spear, but I mean, that's fine for all the detailing we get. Also, we get a nice pouch. So this is a pretty nice Ewok, too. Next off here, we have the Ewok Warrior, which is probably just kind of another Ewok to fill up the village, considering it is pretty big. And there is a lot of Ewoks living in it. So it's pretty nice we get a simple, kind of common folk Ewok to walk around and shoot arrows. He has a green hood, some stitching detailing on the side, and a pretty nice hood, and yeah. Next off, we have everybody's favorite mischievous little Ewok, Wicket, and I'm sure everybody has seen. Whoops! I'm sure everybody has seen Wicket and what he has done in Episode 6. My favorite part is when he gets on the speeder and drives away. He is pretty much spot on. He has a ton of face detailing. It's pretty dang nice. Some stitching right there. I mean, Lego has just gone all out on these Ewoks. Not that it's really hard to do, but really, they cannot get any better with these, with all the detailing. And he has a simple spear too, but that doesn't matter because everybody loves this little furry guy. So, yes, this is Wicket, and yeah, that's pretty much it about him. Next off here, we have a Rebel Commando, and we get 2 of these. And what's cool about Rebel Commandos is that they're always different, because each one is not a clone of the other one. But yeah, definitely different than the ones in the Ewok, or in the attack on the shield generator base. Entirely different vest, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty nice. And here is the helmet. And he doesn't have... Oh, he has a back-sided face. He has 2 faces. One's an angry face, or, you know, aiming face, and then the other one's kind of a gruff, frustrated face, or, you know, just a regular face. But yeah, he's pretty dang cool, and it's pretty nice to have him in the set. And he comes with a simple, long-range blaster rifle. He has back printing too, which is pretty nice. A hood there, pretty good hood detailing. And yeah, that's basically it for him. And next off here we have the other Scout Trooper, and he's pretty much the same. I'd say closer to the one from the Attack on the Shield generator base. He has cartridges and everything. He does not have a double-sided face, but that doesn't matter. And it's a pretty nice face. Could be used for a lot of things. And same helmet as the other one, and same rifle. Good back printing again, really nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the other Scout Trooper. Next off here, we have the flight suit Luke Skywalker, I like to call him. But the first thing to note is that his hair is actually a lot darker, which is kind of a little, threw me off a little bit at first. It's a pretty interesting choice. I think it makes sense because, I mean, his hair is darker than it is really on other sets, and it makes sense for them to do that. The face is what we've had in previous sets, of course, because he can't get any better. And he has a double-sided face, too, which kind of looks like a fighting face. Concentrated face. And the torso detailing is pretty nice. And some back printing, too. And his green lightsaber. Next off here we have Han Solo, and pretty detailed Han Solo. It's got all the pouches, and I'd say this might be the most redone figure ever. It's amazing how many times he's been redone completely. He has the brown pants. These are actually the same, which is pretty good. He has his blaster pistol that's tailored to him, and some nice back printing. The vest looks pretty dang accurate, and some pouches, and yeah, the shirt and everything. He doesn't have any back printing on his head, and has the regular brown hairpiece. Here is one of the new remodeled Stormtroopers that is really nice, with the new torso. I think the last time we saw this was with the Sand Troopers, but they had sand on them, so now they're crisp and clean, and they look really nice. It makes me like Stormtroopers, actually. Here's the back printing, also redone. And he comes with a regular blaster pistol. The printing on the helmet's pretty much the same. The breathing tubes right here, that printing always seems to get bolder to me all the time. He has his Jango Fett looking face with the little mustache detailing there. And black all around the head. Very nice head for these guys too. And we get 2 of these guys if I didn't mention before. And yeah, that's basically it for the Stormtroopers. Next up here we have the debut of the brand new Scout Trooper with printing all down the body from the torso to the little piece right there and the legs. And it's really nice. Of course, same helmet, but who cares? The back printing, great, has that backpack and everything. Just super detailed, crisp and clean. And this is a completely new version. It's got some great detailing right there. And yeah, he also comes with one of these heads. That's about it for the Scout Trooper. You also get 2 of these guys, by the way. Next off here we have Princess Leia in her basically Ewok clothing outfit. And this skirt piece right here is actually entirely new, printed for her. And I'm pretty sure the hair piece is too. And this is one of these rubbery hair pieces, which makes sense for how huge it is. And she does have a double-sided head, and it's basically the one we've seen before. I think this head comes from the Prince of Persia sets. Brand new torso, brand new back printing. Once again, there's that detailing, that black detailing on the side, which is basically on the girl minifigures. It makes sense. I guess it looks okay. It's just kind of weird. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's subtle, but it doesn't make it look like, I mean, feminine. I mean, look at the sides. There's no black on the sides. What I suggest is Aerolite. They have actually made a curved torso piece, and if you're gonna try to make it like that, you need to do that, not print it on the side, because it doesn't work good. Also, the hair is covering it up, so I mean, what's the point of it? But sorry about that little rant, but besides that, this figure is spot on and perfect. Next up here we have C-3PO, and this is not a new version, but it can't get any better than this one. All the detailing is pretty much spot on, and the wires is just really cool. I really liked it on this minifigure. There's the back printing in the front, and yeah, figure can't get any better. He's pretty awesome. Next up here we have Chewbacca, and sadly this is not the newly printed version of Chewbacca that they're making in the 2014 winter sets. It's the one that we've seen for a while, but his crossbow is graphite, which is pretty nice. That I've noticed in the newer ones. And yeah, it's basically the Chewbacca we've seen for a long time. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Chewbacca. And last but certainly not least, we have the new R2-D2, which is soon to be replaced in the next line sets. But basically it's the R2-D2 we've been having for a long time, except his head is now basically a shiny silver head. Here is the previous R2-D2. So basically, the printing is different for both heads. And this is the one in the Death Star, so, but yeah. I don't like either of them, because the printing looks stretched out and just really dumb to me. And even though that this is shiny now and everything, it looks really nice and the printing's different, it's still stretched out and it doesn't look that great to me. In the next line of sets, the 2014 winter sets, they will be fixing the R2-D2 head to look more like the classic one, which actually made sense because the printing didn't look stupid. Even though that it's just up there, I think they will be making it go down a little bit. Thank God, but I mean the other two, it just looks stretched out. I mean, they're going to basically make one in between this that'll be perfect. But right now, I still like this one the best. This is really nice, though, the gunmetal look on the top. But yeah, this is the R2-D2 in this set, and here he is. Alright, now onto the set. Let's start on the ground, shall we? So basically the Stormtroopers don't really go up into the village, but we do know that they are fighting on the ground. So down here we have a pretty nice speeder bike. This is basically another modification, the one we've seen a ton of times before, so I'm not going to go into full depth, but yeah, so it's basically it. It's got the backpack in the back and the scout trooper right there. And the front's different with a thing to hold that down. Don't particularly like that. I think it makes it look a little dumb. But yeah, these are pretty nice because they hold them in place. And we have a clear thing down here to hold it up. And basically over here, we have a catapult, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it's how my brother built it, or if it's supposed to be basically like this, but basically you push back and it goes like that, and okay, it works pretty good. Yeah, and you get a couple of those in there. So, yeah, so, works pretty nice. And, we got some really nice greenery back there. All along there. Some mushrooms and stuff back there, as you can see. Some really detailed tree trunks. They're pretty nice. But what do we have here? Looks like it opens up. Oh. Looks like a little Ewok area to hide. Maybe a little compartment. Looks like there's a little love note in there. Maybe from our little friend Wicket. Maybe he hides in there. And that's his little hiding spot. Pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty cool detailing right there. That's pretty funny. And over here, we got a ladder to climb up there, and some more mushroom detailing. I wonder what that is. We'll see in a second. So Ewoks have always had their quick ways to escape. But our friend Chirpa here, he has a pretty nice way to escape. He's going to go in here, and the Stormtrooper, he can't find him. So, naturally, he uses his very own escape hatch that can be pulled out from back here, and there he goes, down there. Probably having this staff on him doesn't help. But yeah, he can come out down there and surprise the Stormtroopers from behind. And the stormtrooper up here was like, "What was that?" And he can't find him. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice 3D detailing here. And all of these, for some reason, for playability, I guess, are not connected except this one because it's its own little place over here. Moving along here, we have the bridge over here that a Ewok can cross to get across, and it's pretty nice. But yeah, that's basically all it does is it connects, and you can basically use it to walk across. Next off over here, we have basically the entire main platform. So like I said, these spin around all the way, and yeah, they're not the greatest thing ever, but they do spin around on the way. So you can see back here, there's some, I guess, some carrots, and some, like a little pot to cook them, which is pretty cool, for an Ewok to live in, of course. And this part here is pretty funny, as we've all seen in the movie. Han Solo here is getting cooked, and that's not good. So, yeah, this little spinning wheel is pretty funny. And we all know what Han Solo says. It's pretty funny too. But yeah, so basically, we all know Princess Leia, who's up here in this little building right here, tells them to stop. Of course, they don't listen. So, C-3PO, as we know, uses his magic. Yeah, so basically there's a little clear stick back here, and you can slide it up and down while Luke is using the Force on him. So that's pretty nice. And then of course they get scared. As you can see, Luke is on a pole back there and is connected by like a little chain, and there's 2 of those. So that's pretty much all that is. And here's, I guess, another shot of this area if you want to see it. So, of course, they let Luke, or Han Solo, and other friends off because they're not the only ones on there. Luke's on there too, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so there's some stairs up to Leia's area, some nice trees. There's a little building back here. It also has a catapult on the top of it. Let's turn that around to see what that is. Yeah, just a little fireplace. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the main stage area. Alright, so, you're probably all thinking what I'm thinking. Where can stuff be stored? Well, it's really hard to see for you guys, but back there, there's a little storage compartment, so let's put Luke Skywalker's lightsaber back there. And yeah, it's basically a little closed compartment for that kind of stuff. And that's pretty cool. Looks like Chewbacca got himself stuck in this net. Yeah, this is basically a rope piece that's connected to some blocks. So basically, what you do is you tie, or just hook these around those hooks to hook the net. So Chewbacca's down there. The thing is that it actually doesn't go down all the way. It's more of a, I guess, aesthetic feature, because I guess you can move the, yeah, you can move this, you can, like that, and then hook it on to the Chewbacca thing, like so. So it's a little frustrating to get it all hooked in there, but I'll do my best. Here he goes. And the last feature here, which is pretty dang cool, even though it's meant for a walker, we have the little crusher things. So I'm sure that piece you saw hanging out in the front, that operates this all the way back here. So a speeder can come flying through here and bam, destroyed. And yeah, it's pretty funny that they put that in. Yeah, so that's basically it for that. I almost forgot the funniest part. We have the drums and the helmets that the Ewoks play on at the end of episode 6 when they're celebrating that the Death Star blew up, which is pretty dang funny that they put that in there. We've got a Stormtrooper helmet, you know, to make it look all rusty. We got one of the new, basically commander helmets that is huge for some reason, and a Scout Troop helmet. The drumsticks, these are like beaters, like for timpanis, and the drumsticks for those. They go in those barrels over there. The reason I have the spears in there is because we were using them for other purposes, as you can see. And yeah, that's pretty dang funny that they put that in there also. And basically, I wanted to show you guys the back of Leia's place. And here that is. And there's like a little bed down there. So that basically sums it up for the review of the Ewok Village. I'm sorry that some pieces were coming off in the process. The tree, you know, the leaves are very fragile, fragilely connected. If that's a adjective, I don't think that can be used as an adjective. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. I think it's fragile just because my brother didn't press pieces down hard enough because he doesn't do that. But I mean, it's aiming more for an aesthetic view for my point of view. It doesn't seem like it's built for, you know, just destruction, like, you know, little kids just playing all over it. It's definitely more of a scenic thing and some cool little playability features just there. Basically, it's more of an aesthetic set, which I'd rather see it as. I really like this. You know, it looks great sitting on the shelf, and just little things you can do, like this spinning thing. I mean, not tons of things. I mean, this catapult is not very hard to operate. You just, you know, it's just kind of like a spring. You have to hold it down, but it works pretty good. Yeah, the amount of minifigures is great, and that's basically a huge thing for this set. I mean, almost, it's as important as the village because they're so detailed. Yeah, I'm sorry for some unprofessional camera action in it, but this thing's huge enough that it kind of comes out of my little whiteboard back there that I made. So, sorry about seeing another box over there, but yeah. Tell me what you guys saw in the description of this set and what you guys think. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks really nice. This has been Lego My Django, and I hope you enjoyed my Lego set review. Like if you did, and subscribe if you're not, for great Lego content. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.